growing inside your chest. You can't explain it, but something is pulling at your heartstrings. This moment is no accident. It's part of a divine plan meticulously orchestrated by heaven itself. You've tried to move forward, leaving old wounds and heartbreak in the past, yet a secret revelation from your ex will soon reopen that chapter. You believed your story with them was closed, the book of your love long shelved and gathering dust. But suddenly the pages are turning again, each word whispering that your past still has something crucial to say. A sudden vibration, the ringing tone piercing your solitude. It's coming soon, quicker than your heartbeat, stronger than your breath. You will pause everything you are doing, because the name appearing on your phone will strike like lightning in a stormy night. You never expected this call, never anticipated hearing their voice again, yet destiny has decided otherwise. The words your ex will speak carry the weight of secrets hidden for far too long, truths that have remained silent until this precise moment. This revelation will shake the foundations of everything you thought you knew about your past, your emotions, and even your future. Be ready to embrace the unexpected, because once this truth comes forth, nothing will remain the same. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel says, you have endured endless nights of sadness, moments when the memories of this person haunted your dreams. You struggled silently, smiling outwardly while your heart was shattered inside. But God saw your pain, understood your tears, and now, in a twist of fate, He is bringing clarity, healing, and closure through a single call. You believe all hope was lost, that your ex had vanished into a life that excluded you forever. Little did you know that behind closed doors, they too have been suffering, harboring truths they could no longer keep buried. Their heart, burdened by regret, sorrow, and unfinished business, has finally reached its breaking point, compelling them to pick up the phone. Prepare yourself emotionally, because your ex is about to confess something you never imagined possible. Your heart might tremble, your hands may shake, yet this is a divine moment of revelation. A critical turning point meant to restore your peace. Heaven has watched you battle in silence, and now the universe insists it is time you know the truth. For days now you've felt uneasy, restless, sensing something monumental approaching from afar. That intuition was the whisper of angels preparing you for this shocking revelation. Your spirit sensed that hidden truths were aligning, that a voice from your past would soon echo into your present, changing the course of your life. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Understand this clearly. This conversation is not a random event, it is God's direct intervention. Your ex will tell you about a secret kept hidden for years. Something critical that was concealed, yet shaped the path your life took. Once revealed, you will finally understand why certain doors had to close, why God shielded you from paths that could have harmed you. You never realized your ex was carrying this heavy burden, secretly living with guilt and remorse for the choices they made. You've wondered why things ended the way they did, questioned your worth, and at times doubted your ability to ever truly love again. But now, heaven steps in to remove these painful doubts forever. This phone call will illuminate the shadows in your heart, clarify every confusion, and lift away the heavy fog that has clouded your mind. The truth that your ex speaks will set you free, unlocking doors you never thought would reopen. Finally, you'll breathe easy again, your heart lighter than it has felt in ages. As your ex opens their heart, listen carefully. Each word is chosen by God to deliver a message your soul desperately needs to hear. They will reveal the precise reason your relationship ended, the hidden obstacle that neither of you saw clearly. This revelation will help you finally forgive and understand that God's purpose in separating you was deeper and wiser than you ever knew. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel says, in the next days leading up to this call, you might feel waves of anxiety mixed with hope. That's because your spirit senses the magnitude of what's coming and it's preparing your heart to handle the emotional earthquake ahead. Trust this feeling, accept it gracefully, because through it, God is healing your wounded soul. Your ex will confess a mistake, a critical misunderstanding that led them to walk away. You will finally see that their actions were never about rejecting you, but about a profound fear they couldn't overcome. Their pain has mirrored yours, their regret deep and sincere, and this confession will be their chance at redemption. You may have tried desperately to erase them from your memories, tearing apart every image, deleting every text, trying in vain to remove their presence from your life. Yet the truth remains stubbornly embedded in your heart, waiting patiently for the right moment to come forth. That moment is finally here, blessed by heaven's divine timing. Heaven chose this exact point in your journey to reconnect you with the truth, knowing that only now is your heart truly ready. You've matured, grown stronger through pain, and God has been silently preparing your spirit to handle this profound conversation. Your ex call is not a punishment but a divine gift, a chance to finally find peace. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Know that your ex has hesitated countless times, fighting inner battles about whether to reach out or stay silent forever. Each time they bent almost called, they felt restrained by fears of rejection, judgment, and shame. Yet the force guiding them to your number is now impossible to resist. It is divine, relentless, and filled with unconditional love. When their call arrives, your soul will instantly recognize the authenticity behind their words. Even if your heart beats wildly and your mind races with uncertainties, you will know in your spirit that this conversation had to happen. Everything you felt since their departure will finally align and make sense, like missing pieces of a puzzle returning to their rightful place. Their confession might break your heart again briefly, but only to heal it completely this time. They will explain their hidden struggles, revealing the secret wounds they never showed you. Your compassion and forgiveness will surprise even yourself, and you will see clearly that this is exactly what heaven intended. You have spent nights praying for answers, seeking closure, wondering if you ever truly mattered to them. Now God answers your prayers through this call. Your ex will admit openly how much you changed their life, how deeply they regret losing you, and how they never truly moved forward without you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The truth your ex shares will empower you to move forward fearlessly. You will regain the confidence stolen by past pain, reclaiming the joy and strength God always intended for you. Your heart, finally unburdened, will open widely to a new chapter filled with love, joy, and divine fulfillment. God allowed your separation because both of you needed to grow apart, to learn crucial lessons independently. This call signals the end of your isolation, the conclusion of a painful yet necessary journey. Heaven brought your paths together briefly, separated them wisely, and now brings clarity to help you both heal completely. This revelation is more than closure, it's a gift from heaven, a direct message of love from your guardian angels. Your ex's courage to speak their truth will inspire you to live authentically, fearlessly, and joyfully again. You'll realize that everything that happened, even the painful moments, was perfectly orchestrated for your highest good. Your ex's words will liberate your spirit, clearing emotional baggage that has blocked your blessings for far too long. Heaven is telling you clearly, embrace this conversation bravely, openly, and lovingly. You are protected, guided, and loved immensely, and the truth revealed through this call will finally set your spirit free. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Trust God's timing, my dear child, for your miracle is near. Your ex is dialing your number soon, bringing a message directly from heaven. Your life is changing beautifully, dramatically, and divinely. Prepare your heart, for this call will heal your past and illuminate your future. Expect this divine call. Your miracle is at hand. My dear child, this call is not just any ordinary conversation. It's a moment heaven itself has carefully crafted. Every word your ex speaks will be filled with the kind of honesty you've rarely heard from them before. You'll sense the raw sincerity in their voice, and your heart will begin to open, as if blooming again after a long, harsh winter. You might feel vulnerable as you listen, remembering all the nights you spent aching over unanswered questions, wondering if you were ever truly loved. Yet as they speak, those dark clouds of uncertainty will begin to dissipate, replaced by clarity and gentle understanding. Your soul will quietly whisper that, finally, everything is making sense. Archangel says, what your ex reveals will astonish you, possibly shaking your entire perception of what your relationship meant. Hidden motives, secret regrets, and emotional scars long concealed will suddenly rise to the surface. This revelation isn't meant to hurt you, but to release you from the emotional chains you've carried unknowingly. It will feel overwhelming at first, hearing truths that redefine your past and your emotional journey. Yet within that moment of revelation, God will gently wrap your spirit in comfort, reminding you of the inner strength you've developed through your trials. Remember that this conversation, though intense, is precisely the divine medicine your heart needs. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your ex has carried the burden of this truth for so long, suffering quietly beneath the weight of their own silence. They feared judgment, afraid you'd never understand or forgive the complexities behind their actions. But now, compelled by a higher power, their courage will bring them to a point of emotional surrender, enabling them to finally speak freely. You will recognize the courage it takes for them to face you with such honesty after all this time. As your ex pours their heart out, you may even feel deep empathy rising within you. Compassion you thought you'd never experience toward them again. This compassion is God's way of showing you that your heart has healed more profoundly than you realized. This phone call will not only mend old wounds but also strengthen your faith in divine timing. Your ex will confess the true reasons behind certain decisions, admitting that they regretted hurting you deeply. The sincerity in their apology will help you release any lingering resentment that has weighed your spirit down. Archangel says, after this conversation, your soul will feel lighter, as though a heavy burden you've been carrying has finally lifted. You will understand why your paths had to diverge, seeing clearly how God was protecting you both. Now, as the truth emerges, both your lives can begin anew, cleansed of misunderstandings and resentment. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Even though you tried to forget your ex, you never fully succeeded because your hearts were spiritually connected in ways neither of you realized. This call is evidence of that divine bond, revealing hidden layers of love and regret that persisted despite distance and silence. You will come to appreciate the beautiful complexity of your past love, even through its pain. In the days that follow the call, you will notice profound changes within yourself. Peace replacing anxiety, understanding replacing confusion, and forgiveness replacing bitterness. Your ex's honesty will give you the closure you unknowingly craved, allowing your heart to finally open fully to new blessings waiting at your doorstep. God has chosen this exact moment in your life journey to free you from emotional captivity. Your spirit has been yearning for this clarity, silently hoping for answers that could soothe your aching heart. The conversation you're about to have is not mere chance. It's a sacred event designed to restore your inner peace. Your ex will share not only their secrets but also their sincere wishes for your happiness. They, will finally acknowledge your worth openly, recognizing the special place you've always held in their heart. This admission will heal you in ways you cannot yet imagine, confirming that your love, despite its challenges, was always deeply meaningful. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The call will end, but its echoes will continue transforming your life. You'll experience a newfound emotional freedom, joyfully moving forward without any shadows from the past haunting your steps. The future awaiting you will be brighter, clearer, and filled with blessings beyond your wildest dreams. God intended for your ex to reach out at exactly this moment, because you are finally ready to embrace the fullness of your destiny. Your past pain was necessary preparation, teaching you lessons only hardships could reveal. Now standing on the brink of new beginnings, your heart is ready to soar freely toward the life God always planned for you. Every tear you shed before this moment served to soften your heart, shaping you into a person capable of deep compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. Your strength in the face of loneliness and confusion was noticed by heaven, and now your resilience is being rewarded with divine clarity. Embrace this blessing. It's the miracle you've long awaited. Archangel says, this conversation with your ex symbolizes the end of emotional darkness and the dawn of spiritual awakening. You will finally see that all your past pain had purpose, all your heartbreak had meaning, and that through it all, God was preparing your soul for this sacred revelation. Accept it gratefully, for it marks the start of your divine restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 3901. You are no longer walking. You're re-gliding through realms. You'll begin to notice that people stare at you longer. They won't know why, but they'll feel it. You are carrying a piece of the divine in human form, And that piece just went public. The moment the camera clicked, something ancient said, "Now." Comment if you feel the confirmation in your chest. Because this story isn't fiction. It's your life, finally taking center stage. Type Amen to get blessing. 7,120 more interviews will be requested. More headlines will carry your image. But only those with pure intentions will be allowed into your space. You're not just a photo, you're a prophecy fulfilled. You are the hidden star that heaven just revealed. Angel says, your footsteps will now echo louder than microphones. People will feel your presence before you enter the room. And your face will be remembered long after the moment has passed. Type Amen to get blessing. 5,896. That photo wasn't just seen by humans, it was seen by spirits, and they're rejoicing. Because the one who was once hidden is now uncovered. Some will say it was just timing, others will say it was coincidence. But those with spiritual eyes will know. It was the divine finally unveiling you. You were a signpost for something much bigger. A carrier of generational healing, and now that image is being passed from phone to phone, screen to screen, heart to heart. Type Amen to get blessing. 4,488. A silent revolution has started around your existence. You won't need to make announcements. The photo already declared what heaven whispered for years. You were chosen before the camera ever clicked. And now the world must respond. They have no choice. Your light demands it. People in countries you've never heard of are writing songs with your image on the cover. Others are creating perfumes and calling it the essence of the unknown star. The fragrance is soft, radiant, and impossible to forget, just like you. Type Amen to get blessing. 3,029. There will come a moment when your name will be shouted from platforms, but even then you'll remember the stillness of who you are. Because you never needed fame, you needed to be seen by the right eyes. And now you have been, by the world, by heaven, by time itself. Angel says, you are entering a season where the photograph will only be the beginning. Soon your voice will rise, your movement will awaken those sleeping in spirit. Type Amen to get blessing. 6,311. You are not here to fit in. You are here to glow, to rise, to take your place. The photo was just a trigger. The rest will unfold like lightning in slow motion. Nothing about your past disqualifies you from this moment. In fact, your past is the soil from which this glory blooms. They'll ask how you remain so calm through the chaos. But the angels know you are being prepared. Comment now if you feel your whole body vibrating with truth. Because your time of revealing is no longer in the future, it is now. Type Amen to get blessing. 5,272. A museum has now requested to archive your photo. They said it's too iconic to be forgotten. Even the curator wept when they looked at it. The room where the image will be displayed is called Divine Intersection. That's what your life is, a meeting between heaven's mystery and earth's moment. You are not here by accident. You were inserted into that scene like a sacred symbol. And now the world is honoring what they never saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing. 4,404. They'll keep calling you the unknown one, but you've always been known. By the stars, by the skies, by the voice that formed you. That voice never forgot you. Angel says, you are now in the era of reward. Every tear has turned into a ripple of divine recognition. And it all started with one picture. This moment wasn't built in a day. It was earned through silent nights, through standing when you wanted to fall, through believing when nothing made sense. Type Amen to get blessing. 3,663. And now, the world is watching, not for your mistakes, but for your magic. Not for your fall, but for your flight. Walk forward. The photo has opened the door. But it is your soul that will walk through it. The light on your face that day was a confirmation. You are exactly who heaven said you were. And now the world agrees. Type Amen to get blessing 111.